What's up, you guys?
Welcome to Kouch Chronicles,
Where we talk about all things real life.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Kelsey. This is episode 38. And we're back with another monthly date recap.
Yeah, and you know what? I think this is the first time I've ever worn jeans while we've recorded.
Same. I absolutely hate it.
Me
I'm
too.
so uncomfortable.
These are
right
actually, that's a lie. These are actually really comfy. They're men's jeans from Gap, and they're so comfy.
And they're so cute, too.
They're like my new favorite pair of jeans. I'm telling you, like, anyone listening, gals, look into men's jeans. They have bigger pockets.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I know.
Like, women carry so much more than men do.
Yes.
Why don't we have pockets in anything? I know we have bags,
to,
but
we
don't want bags.
We literally have to pay more money to carry a bag around, to carry the rest of our stuff around. If we just had pockets as deep as men's pockets, we wouldn't have to carry a big-ass bag around.
And also, carrying a bag around is so annoying.
Yeah,
so
I
annoying.
always want to be hands-free.
Yes.
And, like, there's only so much, like, wearing a crossbody is not cute all the time.
No.
It doesn't go with every outfit.
No.
Like, I can't wear my Lululemon bag with every outfit.
No. And
You
also,
can't.
like, if you're wearing a low-cut shirt, you're trying to show the girls off.
Exactly.
A crossbody is just going to ruin all of it.
And it's going to rub against your skin.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Well,
anyways,
you
buy
guys.
men's jeans, I guess, is what we're
Buy
getting at.
men's jeans. We have a juicy one for you
We
today.
do have a juicy one. If you're wondering why we're wearing jeans, number one, it's 12:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah.
We usually go to bed at 9 o'clock for context.
Yeah, we should both already be asleep for like 3 hours.
On top of that, we went to brunch with the girlies today.
It's been a long ass fucking day.
11:45 in the morning
Yeah.
in Orange County, so we had to leave we left at 9:30, 9:45-ish, something like
Yeah.
that.
9:45-ish, I think.
And drank. I didn't drink much. I was driving, so I didn't drink much.
Drank more than I should have, for sure. But yeah, we have a crazy date recap
Okay,
this month.
I need to tell you guys first the insane way that this date even came about, because I had a date planned tonight. And we're at brunch, and this guy calls me on the phone, and I was like, thank God I have a date so I can recap it.
Yeah.
I did not want to have to recap a date with Tattoo Man because things did not work out with Tattoo Man.
So, like, why recap it? It means nothing.
I literally don't want to talk. Honestly, that whole situation made me feel so silly in the end.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking joke. I actually feel like an idiot.
You shouldn't. I understand where you're coming from, but you shouldn't.
It's just so fucking exhausting. Like,
Yeah.
It's the same shit over and over. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I was like, okay, cool, I have a new date, and then I can recap this date, okay? He calls me and is sick and asks to reschedule. So my ass gets on Hinge, and I'm going through, I hand my phone to Kristen. Kristen's liking people on Hinge for me, saying, hey, are you free tonight?
I'm literally going through and going, hey, their name, free tonight? Are you free tonight? Free tonight? Because, like, who the fuck would say no to this? Like, give me a break.
So, which sounds so desperate, but, like, I'm like,
It's
whatever.
but it's also just, like, fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
It was, like, fun. I'm like, who knows who I'm going to go out with? Like, this, who knows?
Yeah.
So then our server comes back over, and he was cute.
He was cute.
So he comes over, and I said, hey, I have to go on a date tonight, because we knew we had to record tonight. So I was like, I have to go on a date tonight. Do you know anyone who would go on a date with me? And he's like, yes, I do.
He's like, I have a single friend staying with me right now. He's from LA.
I said, okay, ask him. So
Our waiter literally texted his friend.
and asked him to go out with me. Asked him to drive down to San Diego and go out with me. And he was like kind of down.
Yeah.
And so he sent him my Instagram, and he was like, yeah, like I'm down. And so then the server asked for my number to give to him, so I gave it to him. And meanwhile, while all of that's happening, it's like our server's coming, giving us an update, going back, giving us an update.
It was so
We're
funny.
still messaging people on Hinge, asking them to go out. Okay,
because like you just never know.
so
Gotta
then
get all your options out there.
So then Kristen had a date tonight,
Mhm.
and she goes, wait, do you want me to ask my date if he has anyone who'd want to go out with you tonight. And I'm like, yes, dude, double date. That's so fun. Okay? So that pans out. Then the server thing pans out. He wants to go out with me. Sorry, shout out squeaking toy. Sorry if you hear that. And so, it's honestly the perfect toy for right now.
The perfect toy.
If anyone's wondering.
And you're watching. It's from BarkBox, and it's one of their 420 toys.
Yeah. So, anyways. So then the double date pans out. This is starting to pan out. Then I'm getting Hinge messages that are like, yeah, I'm free. What are we doing? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I have quadruple
You're like, never mind.
I'm like, actually, now I have to pick one.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, server guy's friend is going to come down and take me to a Padres game in May. And, like, weirdly is very familiar with where I grew up. Like, randomly said something about it. And I was like, oh my god, I grew up there. And he's like, what? Shut the fuck up. Like, insane. Anyways.
The world gets smaller and smaller every day. I'm not even kidding.
I have so many stories about how small my world is. Anyways, so what we're getting at is the date that we are recapping today is the double date that we went on tonight. They just left.
Like 20 minutes ago.
Why we're in jeans.
Yeah.
And
why it's 12:30.
It's 12:30 and we're like, we have to immediately record because we're so tired. So
and why we probably look haggard as hell.
Because we have been out and about. Also, keep in mind, we drank a lot tonight.
Yeah, we drank a lot. And we've been out and about since 9:45 this morning.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've, like, sat down.
If you received any calls or texts from me tonight, no, you didn't. That was not me.
Who were you calling and texting?
Anyways, no, you didn't. It wasn't me. It was my alter ego, Kylie, and it doesn't count. And forget about it. Anyways, so that's the date that we're gonna recap.
Yeah. So, new character unlocked, you guys.
Oh yeah, give the background that this is not your first date with him.
Yeah. New character unlocked. This was actually my third date.
Kristen on a third date.
Yeah, this is my third date with this man. I'm gonna just call him 6'2". Keep it simple. And
self-explanatory there.
Yeah, it was our third date, which turned into a double date with Kelsey and his friend.
Which we're just gonna call him his friend because we cannot think of a good nickname.
We can't think of a good nickname.
That's that.
But yeah, so me and 6'2" met on Hinge. And we were chatting for a while, finally exchanged numbers, and then, went on our first date a couple weeks ago now, I think.
Yeah.
And it was like, we did our first date on a Monday, second date that Wednesday, and then he went out of town, and this week has just been busy, and so finally we were able to free up some time for date number 3 tonight.
Yay.
On Saturday.
And Kristen was excited for this date.
Why you gotta air out? Why you gotta air it out?
This is like, this is good. This is a good thing right now.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having a good time.
I'm gonna tell my experience of the date first, and then Kristen's gonna tell her experience. So they get here and we go to Margaritaville because classic.
Yeah,
we go get Margs. And
wait, first they didn't have the elote dip tonight. It was tragedy of a lifetime. We talked it up so much to these guys, and they didn't even have it because it was game day, and they only have a game day menu, and apparently they can't make anything that's not on the game day menu, which is stupid.
Honestly, so stupid. And
Anyways.
they should have that elote dip on the game day menu.
No,
they would
actually
sell 10 million servings of it every
It's so
night.
fucking good.
It's so good. So, and also we were starving. We hadn't eaten anything since brunch at 11:45, and this was like 8 p.m. at this point. Like, we were
After
starving.
we had been drinking.
Yeah. So, anyways, we go to Margaritaville, and then we went to this place called Happy Does, and we sat there for a while, and yeah, it was fun. I had fun. Two things. Number one, I very much am someone who does not want to bring issues from past situations into new relationships.
100%.
So when everything happened with the liar, I took a lot of time to get to a point where I didn't feel like I was going to carry the trust issues that I had into a new situationship, okay? I get into a situationship, barely. It was like 1 month, whatever. But the same shit happens.
Yeah.
So obviously the trust issues are back. And I'm just like, I literally, like, I cannot trust anyone. I cannot trust anyone. So I feel ready to date to some extent. Like, I'm still dating. Like, I still want to go out and meet people. But I can tell that guard is up, and I can tell I'm not going to really let myself open up to anyone right now. Like, I'm going to try, and I'm going to go on dates, whatever. But, like, I just know that I'm going to be pretty guarded for a minute.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I was very upfront about that on this date.
Yeah.
And number 2, I just see this man as a friend. Like, I don't see anything
And that's
romantic.
fair. That's okay.
Yeah.
Very good guy. I really liked him.
He was really nice.
Yeah, and he was very, very nice. He was funny. But yeah, you're not obligated to like him like that.
Yeah. I just think we didn't really have that much in common. I didn't really think.
Okay.
Like, very different interests.
I wasn't really part of most of their conversations for the
Yeah.
night. So
Yeah.
this is some news to me, I guess.
And one thing about me is I am such a yapper. I feel like I have to be with someone who just really loves to listen. And I'm not saying he was a bad listener by any means at all. But he talked more than most guys in the date.
Yeah,
know?
and that's just like not your thing.
And I'm like, love that you're talking. Like, love that you're having this, like, you're carrying the conversation and yada yada. Like, love that. But that to me is like what I get out of like my friendships, you know?
Yeah.
So, great guy, super nice. I had a lot of fun. I was so tired. I felt like I wasn't being that fun because I was so tired. But like, I had fun.
It was just like a long day.
But yeah, to me, it was just a friend. So I don't think there will be a second date, but I would definitely hang out with him again as friends. And like, I'm sure I will. Like, I'm sure we'll do things as groups. So yeah, excited for that.
Yeah.
And I really like 6'2" for Kristen. So your turn.
6'2" and I had 2 like really good first dates. Or really good. Our first 2 dates were really good. And so after the second date, I was very open and willing for a third date. So, yeah, like Kelsey said, we went to Margaritaville. This is so funny to talk about because we were both there.
And it just happened.
It literally just happened.
Just happened.
We went to Margaritaville. We were there for like a decent amount of time. Got some snacks. We got some food. Got some margs. And then just kind of like chatted. We all were like kind of talking together, and then we kind of separated off. And so then it was just kind of like me and 6'2" talking. And I don't know, you guys, he's just funny. He's just funny. How Kelsey needs someone that is more of a listener in a relationship. I feel like I need someone who is more of a yapper in a relationship or when I'm dating someone, because I'm the complete opposite. And like, it's really tough when you have 2 quiet people.
Yeah. And you can't have 2 yappers either.
And 2 yappers, yeah, because then no one's listening.
Yeah.
So
you're not being understood because you're not being heard.
6'2" is quite the yapper.
He's more of a yapper than I am, I think.
He's huge yapper. And I really like it.
Yeah. It makes so much sense for you.
Yeah. Because I love to be able to just turn my brain off and just be like, yeah, this is good. like I'm in the conversation with you, but like, I don't have to worry about carrying a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is what neighbor boy said about dating me.
Yeah,
He's like, I feel like I can take a break and you can take over.
Yeah. Like, I literally feel like I can take a break from like holding a conversation almost.
Yeah.
Because like I'm holding a conversation, but like, and I'm putting the effort into it, but it's so easy and casual because he's talking so much. But I like enjoy it.
He makes you feel really comfortable. I feel like people who can talk like that make people feel really comfortable.
Yeah. He has like, since the first date, so I told him this tonight.
Oh.
Because he was saying quite a bit to me tonight. That was very nice. And one of the things he said was, like, I can't remember exactly, but it was on the same, like, wavelength as, like, he feels very comfortable with me.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, that is such a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, that makes me feel good. And so then I was like, well, I need to tell you something. And I was like, I was just telling my friends this because they were asking about you. And they asked what I liked about you. And one of the biggest things that I said was how at our first date, there was not one part of me that felt anxious. At all. First date, I was, like, comfortable with him right away. Like, I just felt very calm and relaxed.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know if that's really happened in that way before, on a first date at least.
Yeah.
I always get fucking anxious, you guys. I literally have anxiety.
Yeah, true.
I take the pills for it.
I take the pills.
I take the pills. But I told him that tonight. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. I was like, not at all? I'm like, no, like, not at all.
He probably was so happy.
Yeah. And I just felt like it's very hard for me to be vulnerable with people. Very hard. I do not trust anyone, especially men. So it's hard for me in, like, initial conversations because I don't actually know, like, if these people are telling me the truth. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And for some reason, and I hope I don't have to eat my fucking words, for some reason I felt like he was telling the complete truth. Like, I just felt so comfortable. Like, I felt so genuine.
Yeah.
And, like, our conversations felt so genuine, and everything he was saying to me, it didn't feel over the top to me. Because I feel like sometimes when people are a little too over the top, you're like, okay, like
that can't be real then.
It can't be real.
Yeah.
And I think that he, like, was saying things that just made me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I also don't like physical touch. You guys.
You wouldn't have known that tonight.
And I think I was touching that man the whole time.
See, I'm telling you, when you really like someone, you do want to touch all the time.
Yeah, I think
even if that's not your love language.
And he was touching me.
Yeah. But you can't help it. Like, when you like someone, like, it just happens.
Yeah, I literally couldn't help it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We held hands when I was back.
I walked with my arms crossed across my chest. But I was also cold, so.
Yeah. But, yeah, we went to Happy Does, got a Mark Tower, continued talking. He did give Kelsey an unsolicited lecture that I slapped him across the face for.
Jumped across the table and choked him.
I did tell him to never do that again, I think, basically. And he was like, did I just fuck up? And I was like, yeah. Like, don't ever do that again. Like, do not ever give my friend advice again.
I was, so, like, in the moment, I was like, this man better shut the fuck up in the next 30 seconds. But I also, like, didn't feel any lesser towards him.
Yeah.
Of it. You know, I almost was like, you're going to learn very quickly not to ever do that again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
whether
like,
it's
also,
from
like,
you or from me.
I'm like, you don't know right now. So, like, I'm not mad. This is kind of funny to me.
Yeah. Like, you don't know me.
Do not give me advice if I'm not asking you for advice.
Yeah.
Especially about what he was giving advice for. Because there was a whole meltdown at brunch about this whole shit.
And it was just, like, poor timing. It was poor timing for the whole thing.
But, like, he didn't know. He didn't know.
It was
so harmless and so innocent.
It came from such a genuine place. And he really meant what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I understood what he was saying. But
and his friends sitting there going, yeah. And I'm like,
rock
both
on.
of you.
And I'm like,
both
you guys, shut the fuck up.
Christian can see it in my face. Which, I don't know what my face was doing because I'm not good at hiding
I know. I was, like, blatantly staring at you.
What was my face doing? Because I don't know.
You
and I remember trying to hold it together.
You were like,
oh, no.
But then when he would actually look at you, you were like... You were, like, trying to play off.
Oh, thank God. I'm proud of myself for that.
And then at one point you went... And then right when he, like, turned to look at you, you went... It was so funny. I was, like, almost pissing my pants. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I could tell this man to stop talking, but I, like... would feel bad stopping him in the middle of this because I know what he's saying is so genuine, but it's pissing off my friend, and it's also pissing me off because he just doesn't know.
No.
He doesn't know.
No,
He
but you know what? There was one part I distinctly remember. He was like talking about like, yeah, when you just get really down in life and like, basically, first of all, I'm fine. Okay.
Yeah, when he said
what
that,
the fuck? First, no. All day today though, like what vibes am I giving off? Everyone's acting like I'm like in this horrible place and I'm depressed and like, Kelsey, you're gonna be okay. I'm like, what the fuck, you guys? I'm fine. I'm actually doing well.
And obviously he had no idea that any of that took place today. So then he's like, when you're down in the dumps, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I am about to freak the fuck out. Like, I'm gonna laugh in this man's face.
No,
like,
but
it was so funny.
What was so funny was when he started doing that and talking about like how challenging life can be sometimes. It got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna play along. So I remember going like, yeah,
You did
I'm
do
just
that.
real down in the dumps. I am. You're right. I'm depressed.
And I had to look away from you because I started laughing. And at one point, I think I just fully put my head like in my lap. Like I fully just like bent forward. I was like, I can't do this.
He's like giving like a passion speech, and I'm going, yeah, I know.
Down in the dumps.
I don't know how to get out of this depression. You're right.
It was humor.
And I'm just so confused on why I'm having to keep saying that I'm okay. Because what?
It was
Anyways,
funny. It was
honestly,
bizarre, but it came from a really, really good place.
Don't you feel like today was so weird?
So weird.
None of it
The
even
whole
feels
day.
real right now.
No.
It was a weird day.
I can't believe that it's going to be 1 a.m. soon.
I know. But anyways, I really liked him a lot. I really liked both of them a lot.
Yeah.
But that was such a funny moment. I feel like he's very much going to be like an annoying brother to me.
I could see that.
1,000%.
I could see that.
And
if it goes any farther, then it is.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like that's how it's going to be. Which I love. Because I feel like that's how you've been with a lot of the guys that I've dated, and it's just so fun.
It is fun. Like, I feel like I'm a firm believer of, like, I don't need to be best friends with your boyfriend. I'm okay not being besties with your boyfriend. But the relationship of, like, your boyfriend is actually just, like, an annoying brother to me. That is the perfect relationship for me to have.
Yeah. Because I feel like you can be so, like, comfortable with each other and, like, easy to hang out with. And you don't really feel like a third wheel.
Yeah.
You know?
But, like, I don't want him to text me separately from you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking to him outside of when he is with you.
Well, yeah, that would be weird.
Exactly. But that's what, like, it's the perfect relationship to have.
Yeah.
Even though it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, men are so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. After we got done at Happy Does, we walked home. And then they came in and met Shadow. Shadow literally peed on them.
Literally peed all over 6'2's hand.
Literally never happened ever before. When he was a puppy, yes. And got excited.
He was laying on his back.
He was laying on his back. These boys are petting him, and he just pees.
Which means it sprayed everywhere.
Everywhere. It was on 6'2's hand and arm.
All over it. His hand was, like, soaked.
His friend was able to jump out of the line of fire.
So he says it probably splashed him.
Yeah. But then he obviously got it on himself and then all over our floor. And it was slightly embarrassing.
Oh. I didn't think it was embarrassing.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I just hate when, like, my dog does something wrong. You know what I mean?
But
it's, like, such a reflection on me.
But I feel like we both acted so surprised that, like, it was so out of character. Yeah. We were like, what the fuck? He's never done that.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. So, anyways, we cleaned it up. I took him out to go actual potty because he didn't get it all out, apparently. But, yeah, it was wild. But yeah, then they hung out for a bit, we chatted for a bit, and then we chatted for a little, and then they left. That's it.
That's not it. I stayed up here because I didn't want to go downstairs, to be quite frank with you.
Fair.
I wanted I wanted to go to bed, but then I remembered we had to do the podcast, so I set up all the podcast stuff while Kristen went downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they were.
Seems like maybe we're skipping a chapter.
Okay, we made out. Okay, you guys, we made out.
Anyways, if you all have known the shit that Kristen has said to me in the last 3 weeks, this makeout was needed.
Yeah.
You have no idea how funny.
If he didn't go for the kiss tonight, I was going for it because it was needed.
Yes.
On a spiritual level.
Anyways, so Kristen had a really, really good date.
Yeah. Honestly, you guys, my dating life, it literally got to the point that I was questioning my sexuality because I was like, I haven't been with a boy in so long. Do I even like men anymore? I don't even know what's out there. And I can confirm after tonight that I am in fact straight. Yep. In case anyone was wondering.
So Kristen's in love.
Don't make me break out in hives. So I think this will be really interesting.
Me too. Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
This is why this is so fun, you guys. At any given moment, one of us could meet someone that we actually end up dating or that we end up with, or we could have another crazy story like the liar. Literally anything can
I
happen.
hope fucking not.
I don't mean that with you.
No, I know, but I just hope fucking not for either of us.
Same. Dude, I actually cannot handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Here's my
You
thing.
might get to the point that I was at and question everything.
I have something to say about dating at this age, okay? And
It's
this is not
trash.
directed at one person. This is general.
Yeah.
But at this big age, we're 30 fucking years old, okay?
Okay.
And
not yet, but
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Good point. Almost. And the men that we're dating for the most part are even older than us.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like at this point, I don't as a 29-year-old, I don't want to date a 27-year-old.
No.
That seems so young to me.
Same.
When I'm on dating apps, I am putting everyone at my age and above. And even sometimes when people are my exact age, I'm like,
Same. If I don't see a 3 at the beginning of that, or maybe a 4.
It's maybe an 8.
8!
Just kidding. Oh, man.
But I'm really probably not interested, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing that's crazy to me. If you, at this big age, want a serious relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you actually seriously do,
Mm-hmm.
you're not sleeping with multiple women.
I agree.
You're just not.
No. If you're really serious about a relationship, even if you're seeing multiple people at one time, when it comes to having sex with them, if you're really serious, I feel like you only do it with one and you're not having sex with multiple people at once.
Exactly. And honestly, if you get to the point where you're that serious about one person, you're probably not even really talking to anyone else.
I agree.
But you're only going to be like that if you're serious about finding a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So stop saying you guys want relationships if you don't. It is perfectly okay to be single and have fun and hook up and go on a bunch of dates and meet a bunch of women.
And be truthful about it.
Yes. There are plenty of women who want to do the same shit.
Yeah, it's okay to go out and be like, I only want short term. I only want friends with benefits. I only want hookups. I only want I want nothing that has to do with being exclusive with someone or being in a relationship with someone. It's okay. You don't have to be.
There's literally no rules.
And I feel like men freak out so much about all of it. I feel
1,000%.
They know that most women, I feel like, from my experience, are looking for more of a relationship. Most.
Well, that's why they say the shit that they say.
That's what I'm saying. And they know to say certain things or put certain things on their profile. That's okay, this guy, is serious. Like, he's old enough, he's serious, and then, like, in reality, he's talking to multiple people at once while also sleeping with all of them, all while also not actually wanting anything serious or deep.
Yeah.
But pretending.
Or maybe they think they do. Like, I feel like there are guys who think they do.
But then
and
they
can't
just string
figure out
along.
why they can't be loyal to anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you don't want to be loyal.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a committed relationship. Like, that's okay. But, like, figure your shit out. And I'm not even, like, this is not coming from a place of, like, rejection, you know?
No, absolutely
I'm not
not.
saying-
This is just, like, a fucking general thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying that if you want a serious relationship and you go on a date with me, you have to be in a serious relationship
No,
with me.
because, like,
You don't
I
have to
don't know
like
if
me like
I
that.
like you.
Exactly. So, I'm just saying, if you're sleeping with multiple people, you don't want a serious relationship with anyone.
I honestly completely agree. I don't know, like, if you're listening and you think differently, please let us know and explain why you think that way, because we are 100% on the same page, and I just wonder if anyone thinks differently from that, and I need to know, like, the reasoning. Like, I just, like, need to know if anyone thinks, like, you can sleep with multiple people at once and still be serious about getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
Because that seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are some people who believe
if you
it.
actually like the people that you're sleeping with, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're serious about one of those people, how are you, like... I don't get it.
It doesn't
make sense. I genuinely would love to hear it. This would be a good one to have, like, one of our guy friends on for, because I'd love to hear a guy's perspective on all of this.
You know what, you guys? If he's even listening to this, which he might be, because...
He will if we tell him he's mentioned in it, for sure.
He is. Marine guy. Hi.
What's up, Marine guy?
He might be a guest soon, so maybe we could use him for this conversation. Because I have a feeling I know what he's gonna say.
He's one of those people that's like, no, I do want a relationship, and I'm like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up.
But I'm so interested to hear, like, his take on all of it.
Me too. Yeah, this man randomly, we're in the car the other day, randomly calls me.
Yeah.
So I answer on my CarPlay. So Kristen actually answers.
I answered. I went, what do you want?
He goes, why is Kristen answering your phone?
Yeah.
I was like, you're in CarPlay.
I was like, we're in the car right now.
Anyways, totally out of the blue phone call. And we're like, wait, so what's up? Why are you calling? And he's like, I have an idea. And we're like...
I literally go, oh no.
Literally, it could be anything. Could be anything with this man. Literally anything.
It could be anything.
So, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what it's going to be. Okay, he goes, what did he say?
I think he basically just said that he wants to be our first guest on our podcast.
Yeah, but he said it in a way that, like, he was trying to sell us the idea.
Yeah.
I think he was like, I was thinking, since you guys do this and this, it would be really good if you had me on to talk about, I don't know, something like that.
It was just so funny and so random. And I was like, I was listening, and my first instinct to him was going to be like, fuck no.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Fuck no. And then as he was like continuing to talk about it, I was like, you know what? Hell yeah.
So he did.
Sure.
He did actually, the selling of himself worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Because I was like, this is so idiotic. This is so idiotic that I just, like, it's going to be so entertaining for you to come on. Like, yeah, I actually do want to hear what you're going to say.
Yeah, I really do too, because I feel like he'll be so honest too.
And he's so annoying. You guys will understand, and you guys will actually meet.
Marine guy.
Holy
shit, that's crazy. We've been using code names this whole time because we're like, you'll never know who they are.
Yeah, but this is going to be, the first man that we have talked about in this podcast that you guys are actually going to meet.
And potentially the only.
Potentially the only. We don't know.
Who knows?
So that's, like, big.
Yeah, that is big. So, Marine guy, I know that your head is probably 5 times the size it should be.
5?
You might be
bigger
floating
than
away
that
right now with the ego boost that we just gave you. But just know you're also so annoying. So
you're so fucking annoying. And just remember that I fucking hate you. I'm just kidding.
I honestly think that everybody's gonna think Marine Guy is so funny.
I think so too, because he is funny, unfortunately.
I know.
For both of us.
I know. And he just bought a truck.
No.
I know.
What the fuck does that have anything to do? What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm just saying. It's just a good... I like the truck. Not the driver.
Come on, he's so annoying.
Dude, I know. Trust me.
Okay.
You do not need to worry about that.
So, yeah. If you're listening and you want us to talk about specific topics while he's on, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll try and hit as many as we can.
Yeah, maybe we'll do...
Like a little, like, round robin.
Yeah, okay. Keep your guys' eyes on our Instagram this week. We're going to do, like, a poll or, like, an open question.
Yeah.
Where you can submit what you want us to ask Marine Guy. Like, we could do a little Q&A for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, he's gonna be so excited.
He's gonna eat this shit up.
He's gonna answer them all himself.
Probably. That's what he did when we did our own Q&A.
I know.
He and Neighbor Boy posted so many questions.
It was like so nice, but like, shut up.
So check out our Instagram. Be ready for that. And if there's any questions you want to ask Marine Guy or anything you want us to talk about, let us know. And
if you're my mom or my sister, you should stop listening. You should have stopped listening
now,
20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Maybe unhear everything you just
Yeah.
heard. Yeah. So
We
may have a May date recap. That was so hard to say. A May date recap.
We should. We both should.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to get through a whole month without a date.
No.
Yeah. Okay. We will. 100% we will have a May date recap.
Yeah. Oh my god. Also, could be a really fun one. I was supposed to go out with someone on Tuesday. Mullet Man.
Oh, that's right.
And he ended up, we had to reschedule. It's a whole thing. To next Tuesday. But he knows, this man has been pursuing me for a while, I would say. We matched on Hinge a while ago, but never met. And he has been, not every day or anything like that, but like he's been consistently pursuing me. And so the timing just never really worked out.
Yeah.
But finally I was like, okay, fuck it. Like, yeah, let's go out. He lives in Orange County, so like it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Of fucking course he does.
I know, what the fuck?
What is wrong?
I don't know. Anyways, so we were gonna go on a date on Tuesday, and then he knows all about the podcast. Like, he has watched episodes before, okay?
That is so funny.
He knows. And so he knew, I was like, okay.
A fan,
yeah,
if you will.
Yeah. He knew that our date on Tuesday was going to be recapped in this episode, had we gone on it.
Yeah.
And so he said, you know what? I don't even want to know if I get a second date or not until I watch the podcast.
I love it.
And he's like, I'm going to watch it with my boys. We're going to place bets. It's going to be like a whole night. And I was like...
That is so funny.
Okay, so I think that is still going to happen.
That is so
but
funny.
But next week.
Yeah.
Which technically will be an April date. But I will share the results.
Yeah, whatever.
Whenever they happen.
Stick with us and we'll probably have some updates.
Yeah, lots of exciting things coming up for the Kouch Khronicles girls. And we're still house hunting, so
we're getting closer though.
Our lease ends so soon.
Yeah. We're getting closer, so I think it's going to be like weirdly easier to find a place.
I think so too.
Because
we
everyone
can
just
apply
wants...
right away if we want it.
Exactly. But yeah, please continue to keep us in your thoughts while we are house hunting in San Diego.
It is not for the weak, let me tell you.
It is definitely not for the weak. I don't want to hear anyone comparing it to like New York or whatever. I know it's awful, but I've just never experienced anything like this.
It's just so hard because like we go view a place. Sometimes we don't even get to the viewing yet, and it's like, oh, unavailable.
Oh, like your viewing is canceled.
We went to an open house. Why the fuck they even had this open house, I don't know. Because they're basically telling everyone in there, like, just so you guys know, we already have quite a few applicants, and they're looking really promising.
Yeah.
Like, they're encouraging us to not apply because you had to pay to apply.
That was
I'm like,
wild.
why are we here? Why are we having this?
Like, then why do we have an open house? Do we have to meet some sort of quota? Like,
and it was the cutest fucking house ever, too.
It was so cute. The yard
was insane.
to die
it was
for.
Cute.
To die for.
Literally perfect for Shadow.
We will keep you guys updated on the house hunting journey. hopefully in the next few weeks we have an exciting update.
Yeah.
Next couple weeks,
Yeah,
even.
that's actually insane.
That's crazy.
We are touring one on Monday that we're excited about.
I'm very excited about the one on Monday. But yeah, keep following us to get updated on both our dating life and our house hunting journey.
Yeah. And remember when we were like, get us to 50 followers, like very early on, I think.
Yeah.
We're almost at 200 now.
On Instagram.
And on top of that, the reel that we told you guys about that like kind of went viral. Let's just take a peek, shall we?
It's absolutely insane, you guys.
It is at 1.5 million views.
That stresses me out.
Almost 100,000 likes.
I can't think about that too deeply because it's going to make me really, really freak out. Like, really, really freak out.
Literally, how did that happen?
I have no clue. Make sure you follow and subscribe to us. We are on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And Kouch Chronicles is what we're under in one form or the other. Both with K's.
K for Couch, K for Chronicles.
But yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, follow us on social media to find out what we'll be talking about next week. Get a little sneak peek.
Yeah, and pay attention to our Instagram to see the question about what we should talk about with Marine Guy.
Yeah, pay attention. Give us questions.
Yeah, please.
Okay, we love you guys so much, and we will see you next week.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.